Dude, I'm mad at you because you could have, if you would have got, you had 2769 hits.
Yeah.
So if you could have got 231 more.
Yeah.
We could have gone to the Hall of Fame together.
Yeah,
you could have gone and you would have invited me. And I could have sat there and watched you give your speech.
Well, said, you sure about Boston?
well, that's why we are in the Dr. Phillips Hall of Fame together.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
The Panthers. I mean, there's a lot of talent that went through Dr. Phillips. I mean, Clinton Ha-Ha Dix. We had Joey Fatone, Louis Fonzi.
Yeah. Wayne Brady.
Yeah. And Danny Maselli, Brian Barber.
Yeah.
There's Matt Milano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you should have gotten more All-Star games?
Oh, absolutely.
I'm looking at the stats. I'm like, how the fuck did you only get 2 All-Star games?
Check out in 2006 when the All-Star game was at Yankee Stadium. I was hitting 320 at the break, leading the league in runs scored perhaps. And, they took 5 or 6 other Yankees because that's what they do. And
the same dudes.
Yeah.
That was 06 was in Pittsburgh because I was at that.
Oh, okay. So it must have been 7.
I think it was.
No, it was 2008, actually.
2008. It was the last year.
Yeah.
So it was 2008.
We didn't make the playoffs that year, but I was definitely the better player on our team.
303, 375 on base, 461 slug.
Yeah. And plus, you don't get the
29 stolen bags.
I don't get the Boston votes because I left for New York, and I don't get the Japanese votes because Ichiro, great player, but he got voted in every single year. So no
matter what, yeah,
no matter what. So it definitely made it tougher for us outfielders, and of course the corner outfielders. You got guys like Sheffield hitting 40 home runs a year, and Jermaine Dye had a couple great All-Stars. So yeah, it's tough for an outfielder for sure. But now it's a little bit easier. How many players go to the All-Star game?
Way more.
So back then it was 25 or 26.
Now it's like half the league goes.
Yeah, and a lot of guys, not a lot, but there's plenty of no-shows. Or what was it, like 2 years ago, half the Astros didn't go that were nominated. I wonder why. Yeah.
Hey, we've got to be the first 2 high school teammates that were voted in by the fans.
Yeah.
Might be the only.
2002, both voted in.
No, 2002
for
he was the first extra guy, and then 2006 I was the fan vote guy.
Yep.
So we have to be the only ones, I would assume.
And in 2002, I had a great start of the season. So for me to get voted in, I should have been voted in by the fans, but when you don't open your mouth as much or you don't really care too much, I actually loved having those 4 days off during the All-Star break. I know in 2004 I didn't make the All-Star game, so my wife and I went to Cabo because we opened in Anaheim right afterwards. So we had a great time there as well. So I do like those 4 days off, but at the end of your career, you get penalized, like say for Hall of Fame balloting.
Yeah.
Like I got, I was off the very first year, and the numbers that I have blow away a lot of the guys who got in or who are going to get in soon.
How many votes did you get?
Oh, shoot. I got less than 5%, and I'm going, okay. Johan Santana, 2 Cy Youngs, and he wasn't, he didn't get enough votes to stay in. But who knows what would have happened. I mean, I feel like I could have kept climbing, but we'll see what the Veterans Committee says. And, if it works out, it does. If not, I'm still same dude.
Yeah, and I mean, like AJ said, with the Hall of Fame, I mean, this is, in my mind, sometimes there's some votes, that go to guys, especially with the committees, that kind of get evaluated differently, I would say.
Well,
right?
Yeah, think about those voters who didn't vote for Griffey, or the one that didn't vote for Jeter, or, I mean, come on, like, you want him to wait he's not going to wait another year. Just get him. Like, now he looks bad. Now no one can trust the voters out there, and I think that's a shame. But Jeter should have got every vote. Ken Griffey as well.
He said though, you haven't retired yet.
Nope, I haven't retired yet.
That's what I'm saying. Make a comeback. We can get a couple more votes in 5 years.
Yeah, and then I mean, you got over 2,000 hits, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot for a catcher.
Gosh. So my thing is I told these guys on Foul Territory, getting into the Baseball Hall of Fame is next to impossible.
Right. Yeah.
Like, you sit there and you look at the guys that get in, and then you say, well, how did this guy not get in? And then you put his numbers up against the guy that got in.
Right.
and a lot of it obviously is media driven. So this guy was nicer to the media. And now the way the All-Star game was decided I liked it better when the manager got to pick the team than the fans getting. Okay, the fans can get the starters, fine. They miss.
Yeah,
we got it. But then the players vote. Well, if you remember, you get a ballot in your locker, and it's like a month before the All-Star game. You don't get stats. There's teams you haven't played. There's guys you haven't seen, and they say, "Oh, go vote for the." And you're like, "Well, I don't know who's doing good." And
You're only focused on yourself.
Exactly.
How the hell do you know what's going on with some? I mean, you can face a dude and he has an absolute series against you. And you're like, oh, that guy's an all-star, and meanwhile he's not hitting shit against.
But you don't know that because you played him in April and you vote in like vote in like June.
Yeah.
And you have no idea what they've done since because you haven't played them.
And is everyone sitting down doing all of their homework?
No.
I doubt it.
Dude, some guys
or are they ripping Jack Daniels shots?
Some guys hand it to the PR guy and are like, "Here, fill this out for me."
Yeah. So the excuses for me, not enough All-Star games, and another excuse that they tried to throw on me was, you played with some great players like Jeter, A-Rod, Giambi, Big Papi. I was like, well, I'm a big reason why these guys had big years as well. I got on base. I scored runs for them. I made their job a lot easier. I opened up the holes when Derek Jeter went to do a hit and run or bunt me over or whatnot. So a lot of that stuff does not get seen, and that's like the sabermetrics stuff of the game. Like it doesn't read or like the wins above replacement. Like I can score from first base on any double in the outfield. Well, WAR doesn't factor that in. It doesn't factor in you hustling and breaking up a double play or hustling to stay out of a double play. So now you have a chance for Big Papi to come up to hit that inning, So if I jogged my entire career, I mean, all their careers would be less stat-wise.